Hello, everyone. My name is Strider656, and I'm so excited to share with you a new series that I'm beginning. Before I get into that series, though, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Ira Fay, who provided this beautiful setup that you see before you. He gave me the overlay to make the game actually look really nice, and I just adapted a little bit to account for the fact that I currently do not use a camera. And like I said, I just want to shout him out for this OBS creation. And yeah, thank you so much for everything that you do, Ira. With that stated, I'd like to just jump into this series. This series I want to call Strider's Adventures in Middle Earth, a Let's Play series. And what this is I played random people on the Discord, and I just ask if it's okay to record a game with them. And I have no idea in advance if the game's going to be win or lose, so that you're able to just play alongside me and see the choices I make and if I win or lose. I'm going to try my best throughout the video to only view cards on my side, number one, and number two, try to recount what happened in the game as best as I can while telling you what I'm thinking. I will also try my best not to give away the ending result. So with that said, let's just jump into it. So this is my first game that I'm playing in the series that I just mentioned, and I'm playing someone named Price G335, who is very new to the server, and I'm just very excited to play him, and he was very willing to play with me. So I'm playing Shadow. He's playing Free. The first cards I drew are Corsairs of Umbar and Nazgul Search, and I have no idea what he has. My strategy is always to start with 0 eyes, unless I'm playing Lords of Middle Earth, because I want to try to get some military action done. So I allocate 0 eyes, and I roll one more, and he rolls this wonderful roll of 3 musters and a Will of the West. Not awful, but definitely not great. I mentioned right away that you almost got the dreadful 4 musters, which is like you can't really do anything with that. No movement, nothing. You can always use a ring, but it really is a big jump for Shadow. All right, so I start out by thinking with this die roll, I'm probably going to try to bring Isengard to war so I can get an additional die the next turn. There's that Will of the West, so I'm going to be reluctant to use to muster Saruman in until I know that Will of the West is gone. So I'm thinking probably draw a card with this strategy card. Probably move armies down from Barad-dûr down to Gorgoroth, and maybe an army movement. And we'll see what I do. Actually, no. Yeah, an army movement. So here we go. I start from moving Isengard to war. He moves a fellowship and is hit. Yes. So I'm excited. And I draw an eye. This is the best because a 1R is such low corruption that you don't want to lose Gandalf to that normally. And it makes the player think. It's like, do I want to lose him? Do I want to keep him? And let's see what he decides to do. Moves a fellowship. Reveals. I say kill or keep. And he takes him. He kills him. So, it's a hard choice. And he can always use these musters now to hide with Strider. So, I don't know if it's the wrong move. I wouldn't necessarily do it, but let's see what happens. So there's a guide. I take this time to draw a strategy card. I get many kings to the service of Mordor. This is one of my favorite cards to get early because I can get all the Southrons and Easterlings basically into the here, South Rune, North Rune, and what is this territory called? Near Harad. Because that's how I can maximize all my troops. So I get that. He hides the fellowship. Makes sense. Now I play that card. I don't know if it's right to do it here, but I like the card. I just want to keep going on. On top of that, I have Corsairs of Umbar in hand. Alright, he moves the elves down. Makes sense. I do my movement from Barad-dûr to Gorgoroth. He musters the elves again. And I bring Saruman in. That's turn 1. Pretty standard stuff. It's nice that he's revealed. Not revealed, but he's outside of Rivendell, so I can play some nasty cards on him. So I draw Grond and Half-Orcs and Goblin Men. He draws Mystery, because we don't know his cards. Now I'm wondering his Will of the West roll luck. Because some people lose Gandalf and never get him back. Let's see what happens. I allocate the eye because I'm required to. I roll 2 more. And I have a muster. character, Palantir, another character, and an army muster hybrid. He rolls this. This is fantastic. So what a great roll. So he has two Wills of the West. He has a lot of options here. We'll see what he does. He starts right away by bringing Gandalf in. He forgot to flip him, but that's okay. We'll probably remember later. I muster Sauron down. Makes sense. I'm probably thinking I need to rush somewhere and attack. Let's see what I do. He passes. And now I'm thinking I'm going to go after Gondor because the elves are pretty close to war. So I think it makes sense to just attack, because there's no way he's going to muster up this turn. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. We'll see what I actually do. He separates companions. This is kind of scary for me because he's potentially going to get a lot of dice. I thought he didn't move enough. And I realized I'm wrong. And I couldn't count. That's why I said I can't count in the chat. So for some reason I thought he only went, this was 2 away, and yeah, I'm wrong. Anyway, so he's hinting to me that he probably has a way to move fast. So I continue with my plan to go attack Osgiliath soon. He plays Reprove the Swifter, perfect card to get right into Dol Amroth. And I'm kind of regretting here. It's like, should I have maybe mustered the Southrons and Easterlings to war and not worried about Isengard so I could prevent this? But, there's no way to know this. So, all right, I move on. He realizes to flip Gandalf. And now I move the Southrons and Easterlings down. I don't know if I think I should have attacked Osgiliath here, because then there's no way he could muster anything. And he brings Aragorn in, flips, and I draw the king is revealed here, which could be perfect. But some people don't like that card. All right, we go to turn 3. So that turn was very exciting for the Fellowship. They got 6 dice, which is rare to see turn 3. That's unbelievable. So great play by Price G335. Again, it's one to shout. That's really smart play. And we'll see if I can salvage this. I draw Olagai and Cruel Weather. And I chuck Nazgul Search. My thought is I want to rush military. And I don't know, what would you chuck? Maybe King is revealed? But he's got Aragorn now. So I might play it. And he's excited about his turn 3 6 dice, which he should be. And then I roll pretty average roll here. I have several musters, which I need. It's good to Shadow to have all these. He rolls 2 musters, 3 characters, and a Palantir. And, I allocated 0 eyes. So this is great for him. He can, run through Moria and not worry about any kind of reveal. And I got rid of the Nazgul Search, so I'm kind of, really upset with myself here. But it is what it is. We go on. So he starts by mustering Gondor down. And there you go. That's my mistake last turn. I should have attacked it. Now he's going to get a lot of troops in there. I moved to Umbar, and I moved my other Southrons and Easterlings up. I don't know why I didn't move this army over. Another far away. He does the Aragorn run away, which is traditional. And now I bring them completely to war. Passes. Now I play Corsairs. He's shocked I have it. But who bluffs? I don't bluff. That's a lie. But, so here we are. And he's mustering up Minas Tirith like crazy. And decides to undo. And I let him do it because we're nice on this Discord and in this game. Even though it is a ladder. But, it's a game. And sometimes we forget that. And sometimes I forget it. So anyway, going on. He passes. And now I bring in the Witch King so I can play some cards. Everyone's flipped. Now he moves the Fellowship for free. This is safe. I attack Osgiliath. I continue my plan. I get that that awesome roll with 0 hits. Love to see it. And he gets a hit back. Great. And I press, and he runs to Minas Tirith. So what he mustered before, sometimes they'll do is they won't muster the final elite in here so that they can get the 5 stack. So I'm thinking he doesn't have Guards of the Citadel here. All right, so he musters another elite. And I attack Minas Tirith, and he gets a field battle. And I'm probably gonna play Grand here because, or for the card effect, because Dread and Despair has the he can roll less, and I don't want him to roll a lot here. And he plays Advantageous Position, perfect card play, because I only hit on sixes, but he can only roll one dice, and I get two hits. Did I not re-roll? Oh no, I forfeit everything. Okay, that makes sense. And he rolls nothing, so I get two, he gets none, and it basically nullifies a card for me, even though I get to draw again. And he gets to go in with 3-2. So it's not the worst case scenario, but he says didn't go well. I disagree with him. And he discusses the fact that no hits from bringing Escalith back in field, though. I meant instead of Pelar here, then recruit for 3-2-1 anyway. Okay, that makes sense. So he moves to Fellowship again for free. So now he's in Moria if I was to reveal him with Nazgul Search, but I sadly do not have it. And I attack Minas Tirith. I think maybe the better choice would be to condense armies and try to take the rest of Gondor, but let's see. So I play Cruel Weather for the card effect. I don't know what I'm thinking here. I would, and in retrospect here, that doesn't make any sense because we want to save this for selling the Fellowship. We'll see what happens. So, but I mean, it helps. I get 1, 2, 3 hits, none on the reroll. That's pretty good. And he gets 2 hits back. Great. And we continue fighting. But I stop. Actually, no, I stop and draw. I should have. Yeah, no, it works. It makes sense to not press against that. He moves again with a ring. And now he's safely through Moria. And now I just recruit up in Orthanc. And so concludes turn 3. And now I move to turn 4. I draw Warren with Sorrow and Toil, and the Shadow lengthens. And I think here I'm thinking of getting rid of Warren with Sorrow and Toil only because there's only 2 companions left that I might be pulling from. So for that reason, I think I chuck it. Which I do. He declares through Moria. Perfect idea. And with great play. Again, he's 0 corruption. And he's down Gandalf for the 1. And he's down Strider. So this is great for him. So great play again. I get rid of War and Sorrow and Toil, like I said. Allocate an eye because I'm required to. I roll 1 more. And I have another decent roll. He starts by moving the Fellowship. And is safe. Now, let me think what I would do here. So, Gondor is looking like it's under some sieges. I think it might make sense to bring some guys out. Did I play? I still have the king is revealed. Maybe it makes sense to play this with a muster, and then condense all these troops here, and then move out. But let's see if I'm doing that. Okay. I'm not. Oh, okay. The other option is I could always use Shadow Lengthens to move these guys that are left behind here. And maybe do another Shadow Lengthens here. Which he lets me redo because I did something different. And I moved the guys into the Fellowship so that I can do my Shadow Lengthens surprise. He musters in Pelargir. I do Shadow Lengthens. Now I'm on the Fellowship sitting on it. Musters again. So this is the danger of not putting these settlements down because now Gondor is getting out of control. But I'm still doing okay so far. So let's keep going let's keep going. And I attack Pelargir, no card because I want to down this. I think I have a decent shot maybe of doing something. We both have no leadership. So let's see how the roll goes. 0 hits. He gets 3, and of course it's my handle 656. But yep. 3 hits, not good. And I press. I tend to imagine. I apologize. I tend to think that Shadow's job is just to throw troops at free because the Shadow player has infinite troops. So I figured I might as well just hurt them. So this is probably a mistake. He plays advantageous position. No hits again. And he gets 2 more hits. So that was horrible. And I stopped because I don't want to just make it really easy for him to move and then take Umbar. Because it's really easy to get a possible military victory here for him. I say well played. Pretty horrendous. It's true. He said he would have attacked too. But look at the draw. Let's see out of curiosity what my stats are. I don't think you can see it, if that's okay. Yeah, right now I am -2 on sixes, +2 on fives. He is +1 on sixes, +2 on fives. So let's give you an idea of the combat currently. Passes. I play half orcs and goblin. Okay, so it looks like I want to pivot to take Minas Tirith out. He plays File. Always good. I attack Minas Tirith. What would I play? Relentless Assault, maybe? But I don't know if I agree with myself here. And Daylight. And usually that scares people to actually use it, but I like to take one anyway, just so I can have potential to get a hit. But it doesn't matter because I would have gotten a hit if I didn't play it. I get one, and he gets one, so the net loss of 2 for me. And I decide to press here because I want to finish them off. I pick up Desperate Battle, which I play. 1, 2, 3. 3. That takes him out. And he gets 3 back. And I have 2 victory points. And then past me decides to move it to 4 again, thinking that Minas Tirith is maybe worth double, but that's pretty dumb. Thankfully, us moving the victory points doesn't make the game end, because we'll have to count in the end anyway. So he musters more in Rohan. His force pool currently, let's look at it. He's got 2 elites, 3 regulars, 2 leaders left in Gondor. So he still has plenty to muster. And he could have Imrahil too. Let's keep going. I'll go back to my hand so you can see it. I think I muster an Umbar. He moves the Fellowship and is hit for 2. Hoping for an eye, hoping for an eye, and I get a 0. Okay, so he reveals an Eastamnet. And I use Morgul Wound here with a ring. I don't know if maybe I need to keep mustering up, and because corruption really isn't an issue, but it's always tempting to use Morgul Wound for the full effect. All right, and we go into turn 5. I drop Breaking of the Fellowship and Fighting Uruk-hai. Which is kind of useless right now because I wouldn't want to break, given that he has 2 hobbits. You want to use Breaking when the hobbits are gone and off on an adventure, which they're currently not. So here we go, turn 5. I allocate 9 because I have to. And I roll. Again, my rolls aren't bad. That roll, however, is pretty bad because there's 2 movement, maybe 3 with the ring. And let's look at the hunt pool. He's looking at. It looks like, there's a lot of non-reveals left. So he's got 7 that will not reveal him and 7 that will. So 50%. I say oof. And he decides to start by flipping. And then I realize I'm wrong with the victory points. And I muster more in Umbar so I can take care of the Gondor threat. And I muster again. He draws a card. I'm moving, thinking to attack, and the second movement, I move from North Rune to East Rune to condense the armies of the South Runes and Easterlings. Okay. He plays Imrahil. I mentioned that before, and now that looks awful, and I should have attacked this earlier, because now this is a very strong army that's going to roll 5 dice with the Captain of the West ability. And I mention it. So now I'm deciding, I think, an Erebor, because maybe if I rush it, I can surprise him. And we attack. I get my hit. He doesn't. I move in. They move down. He plays Smeagol. So he's got, that's 2 blue tiles in the pool. But Erebor under siege. See, I think it might have been a better choice if I had maybe tried taking them out again. But I'm thinking at this point, if I pivot to the north here, then I don't have to worry about Gondor, because Gondor is getting ridiculous. And it might be better to just ignore it and get 1, 2, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then Helm's Deep for 10, 11 if needed. and maybe Edoras, but we'll see. He moves the Fellowship and is hit, and it's an eye, so it's 50-50 chance. And there he goes. I draw into Palantir. And he draws a card for me, but it's Orc Patrol. Too bad I don't get it. That's not the way the game works, unfortunately. And I put Palantir on the table to tempt him to get rid of it. Alright, I draw Threats and Promises and Lure of the Ring. Lure of the Ring, I like the combat effect because of the reroll. +1. Threats and Promises is garbage, but, Devilry of Orthang's nice. If I have some Isengard units. And let's go. Here we go. Turn 6. So far, great play by Price G335. Good job. And I'm doing my best to move military. I feel okay right now because I want to try to get to 5 before he gets to Mordor. And he has a chance of making it, but who knows with his rolls. All right. I roll no additional eyes, so this is great for my military. He rolls 2 Woes of the West, so he's not going to make it because he could always use a ring to hide, then move. But I can also. Oh, I can't do anything yet. I thought I had to deal with that done, but I do not. Okay, so he starts by hiding, and I play Ring is Mine. Get that? That's great. That's one of my favorite tiles in the game. And I use Palantir to draw into hordes from the east. So I'm thinking of using my Palantir to just play stuff at this point so that I can maximize the ability while I have it. And he continues mustering, and then I kind of... Maybe I should have attacked. I play Olaguide for the ability, and I use it in Dimral Dale. I think it would have made more sense to use it in Umbar or even up here because I'm close enough to Moria where I can just easily do a muster and a movement as opposed to doing the journey of the orcs where they have to travel 1, 2, 3 or even from here 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, he plays Dane Ironfoot's Guard, so this is not looking good for me right now. But, I'll prevail. I'll do my best here. I play Hill Trolls. And I play it up in... And I make this army ridiculously strong. And I draw into a Shadow card. Shadow's moving. Moves the Fellowship. I want to hit him here. But I don't. And I move my leadership around. Pivot to Erebor. And I attack Erebor because I don't want to bring the elves to war. Because if I bring the elves to war, then Círdan is an issue, and the last thing I want is Círdan to come here and ruin my day. All right, so I'm attacking. I'm probably going to use Swarm of Bats. I'm surprised I don't use Dread and Despair to limit the combat hits. Swarm of Bats, Confusion, and I save myself from getting hit once, and I hit him. And he gets 2. I stop and draw because when my army is small here, I don't want to keep pressing because then I risk killing the Witch King. I draw into Day Without Dawn. He draws a character card. I do Erebor again, and now I'm probably going to play Dread and Despair since it will allow me to forfeit leadership, so give him less rolls. And he plays Heroic Death. I get nothing, but I waste his Heroic Death, which is okay. Now, imagine if he played Confusion here. That would have hurt, but he didn't. And I played, Dread and Despair anyway. But no, he would still hit me with that. Okay. Draw a character card. I draw him to Wormtongue, which is arguably the worst card. And this combat's going pretty bad. I mean, he's not getting hits either. So it's a stalemate, but when a stalemate goes to the Fellowship because their job is to stall me. He draws a character card. I attack Erebor again. Deadly Strife here because I want to do some damage. And then he applies another Heroic Death. This time I get 4 hits. Gets 3 back. 4 back because he forgot to roll his 4th one. and he actually only has to take 3. And now I'm down to this. I press, and then I decide not to. And I draw into Stormcrow. Great Host is the better ability I want to use here. Too bad you can't use Stormcrow to like unput Gondor to war. That would be nice, but it doesn't work like that. And now I'm just mustering down in North Rune because I want to reinforce my army. And here we go. Turn 6. Turn 7. I draw, give it to us. Maybe I forgot to draw another card. Oh well, the game's over now. So I allocate an eye, roll no more, roll one more, and he gets a lot of movement, which I'm okay with because I still can get a lot done before he's in Mordor, and it's turn 7, and I'm at 2 victory points. 1, 2. I'm probably gonna get 4 here. 5. Like I said, my plan makes sense. I'm confident with my plan. That works perfectly. He starts by reinforcing Gondor more. So if you're curious, Gondor has only 2 regulars left. So this is the game of for Gondor. And I attack Erebor. I'm probably gonna play They Are Terrible to get more hits. And he plays Confusion, which I'm terrified of, and I get 1 hit to myself. And I get 1 on the reroll, which that's 2 hits. And he gets 1 plus 1, so he gets 2 back. And I stop and draw, and I'm thinking of taking this out with Stormcrow next turn. And I mentioned that it's a dumb battle because it is. Because this has taken several turns now. Moves the Fellowship. I do not hit. And I attack Erebor again. And he no card Great Host, which means I'm automatically going to get this. And I get the hit anyway. I would roll just in case. That's so I can see. And air take Erebor. Draw into the Return of the Witch King, Swarm of Bats. Good card. Now I think, looking at what I have muster, army, hybrid, character. Maybe a good idea to like attack down into Helm's Deep here, because I could surprise him. And he couldn't do much about it. I mean, I guess he could use this to move, to army move. And then he could use a ring to move them in, but let's see what I do. He plays Athelos and heals 1. And I guess I'm not doing Isengard, so I'm still thinking I'm focused on Do. And here we go, I'm starting to condense. I'm protecting Mordor. This makes sense to me, so Gorgoroth to here. Now I'm not worried about a military victory as quickly for him. He moves the Fellowship and gets hit, and it's a reveal. This is the best case scenario for me, because now it forces him to draw more tiles. And he has to hide again. He draws Pippin. It's the best thing for him, and he's able to run and make this army more ridiculous down in Pelargir. And nope, he changes it to Losternock. And then I draw my second tile of 2. I think I was hoping for a 3 here. That'd be nicer. He loses Legolas. I guess if I had War with Starwind Toil, this would be better because I could pull his character cards out of his hand. Alright. And we're good. I attacked Dale. I'm going to use my Storm of Bats. And he plays Scouts, so this is perfect for me. I just need to get that 1 hit. My first roll is 5-3-1, so I'm really hoping, come on, where's that 6? And there it is. He's dead, and he hits for 1, which isn't great, but I have reinforcements coming. Move down. And North is almost at war, but they're not. He wants a point check, and I'm at 5, which is where I said that's where I want to be, so I'm on track with the Fellowship so far. The only danger is he has 6 dice. So I'm feeling pretty good right here. And he hides the Fellowship. And I attack forwards. Because I'm thinking now he can't really do much about this. I get 2 hits, fantastic, and I move everyone out. It's probably overkill because now I'm risking Saruman, but I'm thinking at the end of the game Saruman's not really needed anyway because he's basically done his job for the full game, and he plays Ents, which hurts, and he plays a second card, and I see Strider moving, so he must be playing one of the Fellowship moving cards, which he is, Gwahir. And now Dol Amroth, which I totally forgot about, is a disaster. It's a pit of death and despair for me, or dread and despair for Shadow. I have no desire for this, and he's good. And he reminds me to remove the dice. I know he's excited about losing. I'm losing Saruman, and I'll remember because the dice do flash whenever something happens between turns. And I muster open Dol Guldur because I can reinforce attack here if I need to. Turn 8. I draw Lidless Eye and Shadows Gather, which is perfect now because I can always jump up here, jump here, and we'll see what I do. He declares. Let's look at the hunt pool because I'm sure we're all curious. I am. Hunt pool has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reveals. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-reveals. So this is a very friendly hunt pool. I mean, he only has 2 companions left, and all the 3s are in here. So we'll do a lot of damage, potentially. But we'll see what happens. And I roll 0 eyes, mustard, or I put 1 in there. And he has a very nice roll. He starts with Aomer. Perfect card. And what did I just do? From Vale, Carmen to Dale. Okay, okay, I condensed. And he plays a Grey Company, which is interesting because doesn't have any units left. So he's probably thinking he could probably get 2 cards with the 1 draw. And he talks about it for a while. He's thinking, still thinking, and he goes back to the card and gets 2 strategy cards. And it makes sense because he should fish for Thranduil's archers. I attack Woodland Realm and finally put them to war. He passes, which I find interesting. I would have considered putting an elite here. I attack Lorien before he can do that. And now he moves the Fellowship, and it's a 1. Great tile. No reveal. I feel bad, but that's what it is. Attack Woodland Realm. Play a strategy card. Let me see what I have for cards. Mumakil. It's a perfect card to play here. Because there's a chance if I can get at least 2 hits and he gets less than that, I can blow it up. And he plays advantageous position, so perfect timing for him. Great card. Great choices. I got 1. I get 2. There's a chance. And then I see this. I'm like, yes, yeah, 3 and 2. You're not gonna stop this destruction of Woodland Realm. And the Southwind and Easterlings take out Woodland Realm, and it falls. And now we're at 7 victory points. I just need 3 more. But the problem is now because Saruman's dead, I have no leadership. So what I could have done if I had Saruman is I could have went 1, 2. Well, I guess I couldn't get 3. 1. I guess I can do 1, 2. And then if he ring moves, I can try to kill here for the final victory point. But I don't have it, alas. I draw New Power is Rising, which Great Host is good, but Saruman's dead for the other half. He moves again, and it's a 1 reveal, which is a perfect tile because he can just use Golem's ability to block the reveal. So great job. He's moved 2 steps. I'm moving my leadership around. And he's moving his armies, condensing them. Now that Dale army is scary. I attack Lorien to take it out. Oh, before what I could have done, but I got distracted. I could have killed Lorien too, and I could have taken Edoras, and that would have been game there. But we'll see what happens here as we keep going. And I get one hit from the Balrog and nothing else. He gets 3 hits back, but I have my army is gigantic. I have 13 to his pathetic 4. And I press draw. I get Foul Thing from the Deep, which is useless. I use Great Host on him. I get 1 hit. He gets 1 hit back. And I say +1, but that's actually incorrect because he has over half. So this is a second stupid move when I reflect on this game. But we all make mistakes. And we'll see if it impacts the outcome. I press. No card, no card. I get my hits. And now I'm up to 9. I just need one more. And I haven't. So, what would you attack here? So, if I attack here, it's a 6 versus 7 plus 3 leadership. Probably not smart. I could try attacking here because I have potential. I have Relentless Assault. So, I could always use that to, like, maybe get a miracle roll where he gets no hits and I get all hits. And he moves to Fellowship again. So, this is what gives me the ring. So, I'm thinking maybe I can kill him now. Draw the 3, and he takes it. And now I'm thinking I need to try. So I try DA, and I play Relentless Assault, hoping to get some hits, and I roll that. So I got 1 hit, and he gets 3 hits back. That is painful. And I stop. Because if I try hitting again, I can't beat him because that'd be 3 dice to 1. And I couldn't. An onslaught wouldn't help either. I was trying to figure out if there's another thing I could have done here. All right, so he's in great shape to win next turn. Turn 9. I draw Deadly Strife, Shelob's Lair, and I have 3 eyes. He starts by moving. Draw 3. So he's almost dead now. And now I put the tiles in the pool for Shelob's Lair. He plays Bilbo, so now the eye won't kill him anymore because he's down this far. My only hope is he draws a red tile. Which is 1, 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 out of 13 chance. Not likely, but we'll see. I attack HD so I can get points there. And now he's doing his shenanigans here, and I see that Dale's open. And I'm thinking at this time that he can walk right into Erebor, no problem. Okay. He moves again. And now he's looking to retake Minas Tirith, possibly. But then again, if he does that, then I can just attack here and get another point. And he decides against it. Now I attack Dale, which is a mistake. And I get nothing. And now he can just walk into Erebor if he needs to. Not right now, so he could have escaped up here and then used a ring to go here. But he can dunk this game and win anyhow, so. Alright. Alright, so I'm back to 9. And he musters a Pelargir, and I attack Helm's Deep. Deadly Strife. This should blow it up easy. I only need 3. And usually you hit 4 with this. And he plays Shield Wall. And I get that roll, which is 1. And he gets nothing back. What a crazy Helm's Deep. And I press Devilry of Orthanc. I get my 2 hits. And now I'm up to 11. And now it's time to see. My only chance to win here is a red tile. And hopefully a red red reveal. So the eye would be fantastic here. Because if he draws Shelob, he can always just move again and take the corruption. And I draw, drumroll, an eye. So I lose. So good game. And like I said at the beginning of the video, we talked about before the match. We would make sure that it was okay to do the video because that's the structure I want to do. Because I want people to play the game with me, and I think it's fun. So I want to give a special shout out to Price G 335. What a terrific game for him! Very impressive to be able to get 6 dice by turn 3, and then muster Gondor to that ridiculous amount and draw my attention away from other victory points. Just well played all around for him. And like I said, very excited. Again, I just wanted to give another shout out to Ira for the use of the OBS. Hopefully you like the way it looked. Let me show you the ending statistics. Let me just load it here. And there we go. So I ended up with -3 on 6s, -5 on 5s, and he had a reasonable +2 on 5s and +0 on 6s. So again, great game. I mean, I wasn't lucky, but I'm not complaining. I enjoyed the game, and I just like playing more people. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and maybe I'll see you around the Discord. Please join the Discord too. A link is in the description of the video. Thank you all so much. Please comment. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make these videos better, and I will talk to you all later on a future video as we follow Strider through his many adventures in Middle Earth. Bye, everyone.